take it back. Hey, ooh, just enough. Let me in and then you made it rough. That's a game I thought that I could win. Said no one knows you like I do. It's true. What have you done?
It's such a long process that you really never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, like most of the interviews I do, they don't air until about 6 months after they've taken place. Unless I'm doing a special with completely understand what you're talking about with the timeline. It's like the year and a half wait. And like when I talked to Matthew M. Finlay from Camp Rock to the Final Jam, he was saying that it was about a year wait before their movie came out. So
Yeah.
I don't think that a lot of people realize exactly how long of a wait how long the process takes, whether they're just lazy or whether they're just up to their knees, and so they're like, okay, this is going to wait a while. Don't announce the release date till we're ready.
Yeah, it happens a lot, especially with books and movies. Like, it just takes a long time for things to for books to get on the shelf, for movies to hit the screen, and especially with movies, a lot of things can go wrong in the process where it actually never even gets made.
I'm guessing however they told you that they were going to option your movie, I'm guessing you were freaking out and screaming and, oh my gosh!
Yes, it was really exciting. I was definitely excited. However, I've had some of my books options before and nothing happened with them, so I always kind of keep myself distanced a little bit just so I don't get my hopes up too high. I'm definitely an optimistic person, and I like to think positively, but I will be really, really excited the day they start shooting, because then you kind of have a feeling that it's going to get made, or maybe I'll just wait and get excited the day I see it in the theater.
I'm guessing you're going to, if your movie actually, if it becomes a movie and it goes to the big screen, or however they produce it, I'm guessing that's going to make your life.
Yeah, that would definitely make my year/decade/century/life. It's I don't know if it's every writer's dream, but I know it's a lot of writers' dreams to have their book turned into a movie. It would be amazing. I can't even explain it because I've never experienced it yet, but yeah, I would definitely be excited.
Well, I'm guessing you have a very proud family of the fact that you have 4 novels that are published now, and 3 published, 1 coming out, 2 in the working, whatever. You're up to your knees in a bunch of stuff, but I'm guessing your family's very proud of you.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, I think my parents are. They tell me they are.
Besides the novel that you have coming out later this year, and then the novel that you have coming out next year, do you have any other projects that you're working on besides those, or are you just in those?
I actually do. I'm working on a book, the series that I just sold to my publisher. It's a young adult sci-fi series, and it's called Unremembered. The first book's called Unremembered, and it's about a girl who wakes up with no memories, and she discovers that she was part of a time travel experiment. So that's really fun, and I'm working on that right now, and I hope that's actually been optioned for film as well, which is really exciting. Even though I haven't written it yet, the idea was optioned. So so I'm gonna have a lot of stuff in the works, obviously, and hopefully I'll be making another book trailer someday, and maybe another soundtrack someday. So we'll see.
Yeah, let me know what happens, because I'll be very excited. Would you ever consider writing a novel with another author?
Oh, that's a good question. I've considered it before. I have some author friends that I love that I would definitely want to write with. It's just a matter of two writers finding time with our busy schedules, to actually write something together. I have contributed to an anthology, actually, that will be out on August 28th, called Dear Bully, and it's about it's a bully awareness book where 70 authors have shared their stories about bullying. and all the proceeds are being donated to stompoutbullying.org. So it's a really cool anthology that I've contributed to, and I think it's going to be really important and bring awareness to the bullying problem we had. I didn't work with any of the authors, but I'm going to be published alongside a bunch of really, really cool authors. And I actually contributed a song that I wrote, so the lyrics are going to be printed in the book, and we're actually going to produce the song, and you'll be able to listen to it and download it and all that.
Yeah, that's really awesome, because I've dealt with some nasty bullying experiences myself, so I will be sure to read that. I need to know who your awesome writer friends are.
One of my major awesome writer friends is named Alison Noel, and she writes the Immortal series, which is a huge New York Times bestselling series. Amanda Ashby, who lives in New Zealand, and she writes some great books. I follow Robin Benway, Christina Springer. She's actually published with my same publisher. You know, us authors like to hang out together because our job is so different from any other job that we like to mingle and talk about all of our writing problems and successes, and it's really fun. I'm actually a member of a group out here called Leah's. This is the LA Young Adult Authors, so we call ourselves the Leah's. So it's like this huge community of young adult authors who live in Los Angeles, and we all email each other all day long and tweet each other, and then we do events. It's really fun.
So I have to ask you, are you actually wearing sweatpants?
I am! I'm so glad you asked. Here's my sweatpants, see?
It's kind of very obvious that you absolutely love writing. But, I'm guessing there are times when you don't want to write, and do you get in trouble if you don't write like you're supposed to?
Well, the only person I get in trouble with is me, because I'm kind of keep my own schedule, and I'm the one who's in charge of making sure I finish my book on time. So I do have deadlines that I have to meet, and I meet them most of the time. I would say, like, the latest I've been is maybe a couple weeks. But if I don't write every day, or if I don't write as much as I'm supposed to, then at the end, when the deadline's like a week away, then I'm really in trouble because I have to write like 20,000 words in a week, and it's impossible. So I try to keep up with it just so I don't end up in that kind of trouble later down the road, but it doesn't always happen.
How long do you usually have to write a full-length novel and go through all the editing processes and all that jazz?
You know, it's really kind of depends on how fast the writer writes. There's no rules. Like, editors will kind of say, okay, well, how fast do you think you can write it? And then you give them a date, and then they set the whole publishing schedule around that date. I do have writer friends that, you know, they're releasing a lot of books, so they have tighter schedules. You know, I give my editor like 4 months. I say, okay, I can turn it in 4 months, and then it usually takes like a month to do some revisions, and then another couple months to do all like the really fine-tuned editing, like copy editing, where they correct all your grammar and such like that. So I don't know, it's about a 6 to 8 month process total. Website is jessicabrody.com. My Twitter is @JessicaBrody, and my YouTube is actually Jessica Brody 1. Some Jessica Brody stole Jessica Brody on YouTube, so I had to be Jessica Brody 1 on YouTube.